Mohit Pachisia, founder of Technically Sorted. If you're new to this YouTube channel, press the subscribe button below and you can check out the description box for my other social media platforms. You could also understand more about what I do by going to www.technicallysorted.com. In this video, I'm going to be talking about a very key aspect of trading psychology, that is cognitive dissonance. Now, what is cognitive dissonance? Cognitive dissonance is a term from clinical psychology. It is a phenomenon where your logical mind tends to give you reason to think certain things, and your logical mind, which the reasons which it gives are basically coming from an emotional mind. So a part of your brain which has got a lot of emotions, and emotions like greed, emotions like fear, emotions like regret could be playing out when trading the markets, and therefore a lot of these things which I'm going to talk about actually give birth to a lot of behavioral finance phenomena also. What happens when somebody is displaying cognitive dissonance? Say for example, India is playing against Australia in a cricket match, and because I am an Indian, I support my team India, and that is the feeling of patriotism. I know this match India is not going to win, maybe because the score is too bad already. Maybe the high probability of India losing is such that because the form of the other team is much better than the Indian cricket team at the moment, or whatever reason that may be. Logically, I can see it in front of my eyes that there is not a very strong probability of my country winning in this game, on this day, particular match. But the patriotism within me says, I really want to support India. I want to see India win this tournament, this World Cup, this cricket match. And those emotions are so strong that I will start looking for logic and reason as to why India can win this match. So for example, when it comes to trading and investment or any other kind of market behavior, what market participants tend to do is they tend to find out reasons why this stock should go up because it is in their investment holdings. So I remember one of these days in my very, very initial days of trading, I remember talking to my dad about a stock, ITC Limited. And I was so crazy about it that online I took up all the annual reports and started to find out reasons why this stock should go up. And I would just be so absorbed, go to the website, go to the various other analytical blogs and articles and whatnot. So many things I did just to justify the fact that this is a good buy right now. And the next day what I did was I was glued to the screen looking at every tick the stock made, least realizing that in such a market with the open exchange, a lot of participants are there, a lot of beliefs are there, a lot of sentiments are there. And is it so that if one night I'm going to look up at an annual report the next day, that particular stock is going to go up? No. That was cognitive dissonance. And that kind of behavior is something which is very normal in different intensities and different magnitudes and degrees, which is expressed by people in the markets. So what one tends to do while trading is that if they went long on a stock, the stock is showing both uptakes and downtakes. So up moves and down moves. No, even if it is an overall up move, it has got corrections in between. And if somebody goes and buys a particular stock, just because they own the stock, just because they are long on that stock, they look for reasons why it should go. They will say, okay, no, this is going down, but here you see there's a support zone. The price can move, take a U-turn from here and start going up again. Oh, it's going down, but no, the results are going to be nice, and a few days the results are going to come out. Let me go and stay long here. The pain of losing is so strong that a lot of people don't tend to square off their stop losses due to their faults in trading psychology. A lot of times people don't want to book profits because of this reason. They take a trade on the basis of technical analysis. As I said, they think that, okay, for example, I will go long at point A, and I think that the stock should touch point B. The stock actually rises up, goes even point beyond point B, and they're so enthralled and so into the move, they're so much into the move that they expect the move to go on forever and ever and ever. And somebody, for example, is trading the 15 minutes time frame. What happens is, after their analysis has been proved correct on the 15-minute charts, they're emotionally so absorbed in the market that they expect the move to never end. And a lot of times, the profits were not booked, the profits go away. The market takes another direction. And these are small examples how cognitive dissonance tends to express itself in the trading psychology of a trader. Also, for example, except for stop losses and taking profits and making mistakes around those areas, a lot of time people have a strong intention to trade because they have got a loss in the recent past and they want to make up all the money from the market. And the expectation from the market is very, very strong. They expect the market to move in a particular direction in a big way. So today they can come and make up for all the losses in one day, and today for sure, right now. And in that extreme level of expectation, they start looking for factors and concepts and variables in the stock chart which tend to give them a particular direction. They give inordinate amount of significance to, suppose there is this stock, suppose the Nifty or any other particular asset, whichever you're trading. The price goes down vertically. It's a strong downtrend. Now somebody lost money in the market yesterday, and they will come and tell, okay, this has gone down, but you see, this is coming close to its support zone. And right now, the easier trade is to buy. So let me go and buy, because if I go and buy and the price turns around from here, I'm going to make immediate money and not look at any standing loss. They give inordinate amount of importance to that support zone in a strongly falling market, just because they expect to make money from a very low risk and high reward perspective. And these kind of wild expectations make them give that inordinate level of focus on a particular market variable. As far as professional traders are concerned, they don't come to the market with associations of cognitive dissonance. They look at the market objectively. And that is what you need to learn how to do. Learn to look at the market from objective perspective. Not because it's about you, because it's about the markets. Thank you so much. I will see you in another video. And if you have reflected upon something, if you have realized something in the sphere of trading or in life otherwise, cognitive dissonance is something worth detailed research. If you go and do some detailed research, maybe you get some new ideas and reflections. So, thank you so much. I will see you in another video. Thank you, and in